Students, our today's topic is transportation. Today I will tell you that why do we need a pumping system in our body? As we have studied in class 9th, we learned about blood being a fluid connective tissue. Actually, blood consists of a fluid medium called plasma. You can see in the diagram, in which the cells are suspended. Which cells? WBC, RBC, platelets. Plasma transport food, carbon dioxide, and nitrogenous wastes in dissolved form. Oxygen is carried by the red blood corpuscles. Many other substances like salts are also transported by the blood. So, as we have seen that there is a need of supply of these salts, etc., to all part of the body, we thus need a pumping organ to push blood around the body, a network of tubes to reach all the tissues, and a system in place to ensure that this network can be repaired if damaged. The surety is needed. So now it is clear that why do we need the pumping system. You can see at the screen the pumping system of our body, that is heart with its tubes, that is vessels. The main transport system in human being is the circulatory system, and it consists of blood arteries, veins, capillaries, and heart. Blood transport food, oxygen, and waste product, and it consists of plasma, RBC, WBC, and platelets. Plasma transport food, water, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, waste. Red cells transport oxygen, microbes, and protect the body. WBC protect the body from microbes. Platelet help in clotting the blood. Arteries carry pure blood, that is oxygenated. Veins carry impure blood, that is deoxygenated. And capillaries carry the blood to each part of the tissue. Now the heart. It is a muscular organ, fist shape, which pumps blood to all parts of the body. It has 4 chambers. The upper chamber are called atria and the lower chambers are called ventricles. Upper 2 auricle or atria, lower 2 ventricles. Since the ventricle pump blood to the different organ, therefore its wall are thicker than the atria. Keep in mind. The right and left chamber are separated by septum. It prevents the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The atria and ventricle have valves between them to prevent blood flowing backward. The heart is muscular organ which is as big as our fist. You know, fist? Because both oxygen and carbon dioxide have to be transported by the blood. So, the heart has different chamber to prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. You can see in the diagram that both left and right parts of the heart separated by a septum. Septum, that is dividing wall. Upper 2 are auricle, atrium, lower 2 are ventricles having thick wall. And the carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lung for the carbon dioxide to be removed, means purification of blood. And the oxygenated blood from the lungs has to be brought back to the heart. This oxygen rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body. When this blood comes back from the lungs, then it is transported to all part of the body, rest of the body. This is the working of the heart. I will discuss the working of the heart in next video. But now it must be clear that heart is four chambered, different valves, upper and lower chambers. And now the last topic is why this is thick walled ventricles and valve of heart. I'm going to discuss about the ventricles and valve of heart. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, they have thicker muscular walls than the atria do. And what's about valve? Valves ensure the blood does not flow backwards when the atria or ventricles contract. So this is the importance of the thick wall of the ventricle and heart valves. This is all about the anatomy of the heart.